Alright folks, let's talk about the internet. Specifically, the part we all know and tolerate, the surface web. Think of it like the well-lit, slightly sticky-floored section of a giant sprawling internet mall. This is where you do your online shopping, catch up on cat videos, and accidentally end up on your ex's cousin's dog's birthday party photos from 2008. Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo. They all index and display websites from the surface web. It's convenient, it's familiar, and it's where most of us spend our digital lives. But even in the most crowded digital space, there are risks, especially if you're an investigator poking around where you shouldn't. Here's the thing about the surface web, dear viewers, it's very, very good at remembering. Every click, every search, every misspelled attempt to find that one funny cat meme, it's all logged somewhere. Imagine a detective trying to solve a case. They need information but can't waltz into a suspect's online life with a badge and a warrant. Every website they visit, every search term they use, it's like leaving a trail of digital breadcrumbs. Cybercriminals, fraudsters. These are not exactly known for their forgiving nature, so what's an investigator to do? Things aren't always what they seem, and even the smallest slip-up can have big consequences. Let's talk about cookies, shall we? No, not the delicious kind, sadly. I'm talking about those tiny pieces of code that websites install on your computer to track your every move. Every time you visit a website, these cookies are busy collecting data, and that's not even getting into your IP address, which is basically your computer's home address on the internet. Websites can track you through browser fingerprinting, which analyzes your browser settings, extensions, and even the fonts you have installed. They can use canvas fingerprinting, which creates a unique fingerprint based on how your computer renders images. It's enough to make a person swear off technology and move to a yurt. Section 4, VPNs and incognito not-so-secret agents. Now I know what you're thinking, John, what about VPNs in incognito mode? Those are supposed to make me invisible online, right? Yes and no. VPNs or virtual private networks encrypt your internet traffic and route it through a server in another location, making it look like you're browsing from somewhere else. Great for watching region-locked content, not so great for complete anonymity. Incognito mode, on the other hand, prevents your browser from saving your browsing history, cookies, and other data. But it doesn't make you invisible to your internet service provider, ISP, or the websites you visit. So, if VPNs and incognito mode aren't the answer, what's an investigator or anyone concerned about online privacy supposed to do? Fear not, dear viewers, because in the next section we'll delve into some actual solutions. And no, the answer isn't throw your computer in the ocean and live off the grid. Section 5. Staying safe in the shallow end. Tips for investigators. Alright, let's get practical. If you're an investigator braving the choppy waters of the surface web, you need to be smarter than a clickbait headline. Here are a few tips to keep you afloat. 1. Embrace the power of compartmentalization. Use separate browsers, devices, even different Wi-Fi networks for your investigations. 2. Become a master of disguise. Use privacy-focused search engines like DuckDuckGo that don't track your searches. Disable JavaScript and Flash whenever possible, as they can be used for fingerprinting. Consider using a privacy-focused operating system like Tails, which routes all your traffic through the Tor network. 3. Be wary of phishing expeditions. Be extremely cautious about clicking on links or opening attachments from unknown sources. 4. Stay informed and adapt. Stay up to date on the latest privacy threats and best practices. Remember folks, staying safe on the surface web is an ongoing process. Section 6. The surface web open doesn't mean unguarded, so there you have it folks. The surface web, a sprawling, chaotic, and surprisingly risky place, especially for those whose job it is to navigate its depths. Every click leaves a trace. Every search term tells a story, and every website you visit is watching you, even if you can't see them watching back. By understanding the risks, adopting good digital hygiene practices, and using the right tools, investigators and everyone else can navigate the surface web safely and effectively. It's not about being invisible, it's about being smart. You can never be too careful, folks. You can never be too careful.